Hello, welcome to Wandering with Justin. Today, I'd like to share with you a recent adventure that I've just embarked upon, where I got to walk through some magical areas of rainforest, beautiful gum forests, where I saw magical things. And then finally, after many miles of slogging up hills, into some drier western forests, and arriving at the Grassy Creek campground on my first solo overnight hiking trip. What a beauty. So we're off on the trip. What I want to do now is pack my bag so that I can be ready for my little adventure. Packed up and ready to go. So the pack weighs 18.7 kilograms. Righto, we're on our way to the Washpool National Park this morning. And you may be wondering, why have I packed up my big backpack? Why are we going to a national park? Well, the reason is very simple. Today we're off on our first overnight hiking adventure. I've done lots of hiking, I've done lots of car camping, but this is the very first time I've carried everything with me in a backpack, far away from the car, camped and came back. So I'm really excited, and I've chosen, it should be a relatively easy walk for my first trip, but it's in a really beautiful place, and I'm quite looking forward to it. Oh no, we're on the walk. We follow the Muggum Road for 7.5 kilometres to get to the Grassy Creek campground. So we are here, right on this little creek. We're going to head up this trail, past O'Hara's Rock, and then O'Hara's Gap. That should be the highest point on the walk today, then down to Grassy Creek, and we'll be camping on the creek. So, looks good. Some beautiful crystal clear water here. I'm expecting the next creek to be the same. This is the last creek we cross until we get to the Grassy Creek campground. But I've got plenty of water on me. I've got 4.5 litres of water in my pack. I started out fully hydrated, and that should be plenty of water to get me there. I'll rely on some water from the creek to replenish me for tomorrow's walk back. Little eggs, some insect is laid there. So the first part of this walk is largely uphill. It's a good test for my fitness. We'll see what happens. But it's a beautiful spot. That makes it a lot easier. There are some mighty trees in this forest. This is one of the biggest I've seen yet. What a gorgeous tree. And the forest keeps changing between rainforest drier forests. We've got some beautiful banksia trees up here. Some of them are flowering a little bit. I'll try and capture a few. See if I can get that one. Look, there's the moon up in there. He's down to about the last quarter. There are some beautiful, beautiful sights here. Have a look at that one. An elkhorn that's completely surrounded that little gum tree. What a beauty! The uphill slog goes on and on. Anyway, up ahead a bit further is O'Hara's Pass, and after that we should be downhill again. It's awesome when you get a spot where it levels off a bit. You can catch your breath a bit, get a bit of energy back in the legs. But look at this, these gnarled roots, moss, sections worn bare, deeper moss over here, then up the big old gnarled tree. I think it's a black butt. And what a beauty. Seen some fire, it's still alive. Some magnificent old trees here. Fantastic. Love the patterning on these trees. The way the different shapes, the lichens, the barks, the mosses. They're beautiful. Keep alternating between areas of eucalypt drier forests and then these marvellous little patches of rainforest, still climbing, ever climbing. A remnant from cicada season a few months ago. Rained here last night, some muddier sections. No forecast of rain today or tomorrow. More good luck than good management on my part, but it's just when I had days available. We've got an opportunity to explore this area. We might get a little shower or two, but nothing too significant. Look at these beautiful stands. Rainforest trees. Spectacular. Over here, in this beautiful mossy bank, check out some of these beautiful little fungi. A few different sorts, a few different colours. Beautiful. Have a look at this beautiful blue gum. Where the countryside falls away to the left, we get a little bit of a view. Okay, I've been walking now for just on 2 hours. That's where I'm going. That's where I came from. So on this map here, we have Kumbadja. We walked up this road, across this creek. We've walked down the Muggum Trail, and now we're turning off this road here. This is my path onwards. And I'm going to have a little rest here and have a drink of water, have something to eat before I carry on, just to continue preserving my energy and make sure that I still have plenty of energy left at the end of the walk, because there's a few things I want to do when I get to the campground. So, I'm very happy with that progress. The backpack's okay, not too heavy, but I'm glad I only chose a shorter walk, particularly because it's been uphill a lot. I'm not sure when this came down. There were some storms last night. It could have been here a little bit longer. Poor old tree, been hollowed out by ants, and then it's copped a fire at some point, and then wind was just a bit too much for it. Still got a lot of green leaves on it, so it hasn't been here for very long because the leaves haven't had a chance to die. Anyway, it's going to suit me because I was just looking for somewhere to sit down and have a camp, have a bit of a rest. And so this one's going to do me nicely. The path winds ever onwards and upwards. Just have a look down here. You can see underneath the tree, it's completely hollowed out. Look at how much of the tree is not there anymore. She's completely empty. The tree has to be dead, doesn't it? Let's look up. Nope. The tree is not dead. The tree is still alive. What is that tree growing on? Just a couple of little roots out this side, as far as I can see. What a beauty. Talk about persistence. I hope I can be that persistent. We're out of the rainforest now, walking through some of this drier woodlands. Now these things here are pretty cool. Let me show you them. These are actually little fly catchers, and they'll catch tiny little insects. They're all over the place, just waiting for something to come and land on them. Then they'll close, and away they go. Beautiful little things, aren't they? We're also in the granite country here. Some beautiful big rocks to see along the way. And now we're getting a bit more open forest. All the ferns are changing, the plants are changing. We're getting a lot more grass trees, a lot more stringy barks, black butts. Look at that. There's little tadpoles right there, trying to find a home. There's always something to see here if you take the time to stop and have a look. Look at these beautiful grass trees. They were badly burnt, but they've recovered. And you can see it's been a few years since the fire now, because they're starting to get this grassy skirt at the bottom. You can have a look at the actual tree itself. It's quite badly burnt. It would have been pretty much bald. Fortunately, it's come back. And let's keep going up the bloody hill. Because hills are fun. Oh, look at this plant. Just before I move on. Just starting. It's going to open up into a mass of flowers. Have a look at that one. Just a burnt out stump. But look, it's still growing. Still growing. Any little tiny bit of it. It just hangs in there and keeps going. Unbelievable. What an amazing tree, huh? There's the remnant of an old tree. Just the last little bit of the ant's nest behind. And you can see the process over here in place. The tree is still alive. It's had a hard life with fire. The ants are working their way through it pretty savagely. And that will continue to grow. And look at right next to it. This beautiful little banksia tree. Look at all those gorgeous flowers. Amazing stuff, eh? So we've made it to O'Hara's Rock. Oh, look at all the tadpoles. There's a deeper pool here. It's going to dry up. They're going to be stuck. Poor little blighters. Hopefully at least some of them will wash down the hill into the other creeks. Have a look at that tree. She's a monster. We keep coming up. We must be near the pass soon though. What a beautiful old tree, eh? So, is this the pass? There's no sign. I'm not sure if there is a sign or not, but I can't see anything any higher than where I'm standing now. So I feel like I'm at the top. And I'm about to turn around and walk back down there, which I think is the descent. Which means we're only another kilometre or so to Grassy Creek Campground. Some very early wattles out here. All ready to come out soon. A lot of rich quartz deposits just here. I think if you were a gold miner, that's the rock you're looking for. So we've made it. Grassy Creek Campground. The time is 1:51. I started walking roughly 9:30. So it's taken me about 4.5 hours to get here today. Bit of a slow walk, a lot of uphill stuff, then a lot of steep downhill. All in all, I'm happy with how things went. I'm happy with how the walk was. So the pack was getting a bit heavy by the end, but I stopped having breaks probably 2 hours ago because I kept thinking I would be nearly here, and it took me a bit longer to get here than I thought. But I've got a beautiful little spot here by the stream. I'll show you around the campsite later once I've set my tent up and I've got settled in ready for the night. Really happy. Really glad I came. My camp was right next to Grassy Creek. What a beautiful, crystal clear little stream it was. Someone had made a little artificial dam to make a deeper swimming hole. The water was quite cool. As I put my feet in there, I could feel a real tingle. I thought about getting in and having a bit of a dip, but the water was actually stinging me. It was so cold, I wasn't game to get my whole body in there. I enjoyed a well-earned coffee break while I sat and cooled my tired and aching feet by the stream. The coffee was delicious after walking all day. My feet were getting so cold I needed to take them out of the water and let them warm up a bit. I've been boiling up some water. We've cooked up a fair bit of creek water. So these two bottles here give you a bit of an indication. The one on the left is from home and the one on the right is from the creek. So you can see there's a little bit of discoloration there, but it's pretty good water. It's been well boiled. I'm perfectly happy to drink that. This is my campsite. So we've got a little bit of a fire pit here. I'm not going to light a fire tonight. I'm not worried about a fire. Down here is the creek. You've already seen me go down and paddle my feet in there and enjoy the water a little bit. Somebody's built a bridge here. I'm going to go over there and explore soon and see what's over there. It's nice to have this little creek right here. I've got all my crap piled everywhere at the moment, but I've just set the tent up and I'll get a bit more organised soon. So in the tent I have got a little air mat, sleeping bag liner. So the sleeping bag itself is rated to 0 degrees. The liner will add a couple more degrees to that. It will only get down to like 4 or 5 degrees overnight. I've also got a small inflatable pillow in there. I'm now in bed. So, camped up next to the creek. You might be able to hear the water running. It's been a really good day. Really glad I came out. I had my dinner. Now I've gone to bed. Basically, it's cold outside and there's not a lot to do. It's dark outside now and I've just been laying in bed, reading, warming up my bed stuff. I feel quite warm now and I think I've gotten everything right so far in terms of I haven't missed out on anything. I had enough water, had enough food, my bed's comfortable, I'm warm, I've got good clothes to sleep in tonight, I've got my thermals on under my regular clothes and then that should keep me warm through the night. And yeah, we'll just see what tomorrow brings, but I've got a bit of soreness in my back. So definitely the weight has had an impact, plus a reasonable amount of steep walking today has had a fairly big impact on things. And I know I was getting pretty tired by the end of the walk. I think I picked a good walk for a start. I wouldn't want to make a longer walk for my very first walk. If I wanted to do more kilometres with my current level of fitness, I think I would have needed to pick a much flatter walk. But it's turned out to be pretty good. And I'm looking forward to heading back tomorrow and then checking out the next campsite and getting back into the rainforest. So we'll spend tonight in this drier western forest and then tomorrow we'll be in the rainforest. Really looking forward to it and I'm glad you're with me on this journey. So night night and we'll see you later.